Hello, welcome back. I'm Daniela D, and we are still debunking the myth that creativity is just for artists. This week I have something interesting, a little interesting exercise, and the way this is going to work is that I'm going to ask you to get some everyday objects. In my case, I've selected a disposable fork and a disposable knife. And you have to modify these objects, make them into something else that could be used, but that is different to what they are. Now, I've thought of a couple of things, but there's a restriction on this because actually creativity flourishes when there are more restrictions. The more restrictions we get, that's when we reach a point that we start thinking, how can I get past these restrictions? And the way to get past it is to make a creative discovery. So you can only use to modify these into something else. You can only use tape or glue or a rubber band. So common everyday items. If you do not have some of these, but you still want to do the exercise, you can also just sketch out how you think they could be done. So I've thought of a couple of uses that I could give these. The first is transform them also into an eating instrument. If I attach it somehow like this, I'm gonna give it a try. Let's see with the rubber band and see how that works. Because I want to see if I can make them into chopsticks. I don't know that they'll be very effective as chopsticks, but that's what we're doing. We're just playing and giving things a try to see, oh well, there, that's not that bad, yeah. I could use those as chopsticks, or look, I'm picking something up here. Ooh, look at that. I could even use it to paint with a paintbrush if I don't want to hold a paintbrush. Ah, that was not such a bad, that wasn't such a bad idea after all. Now, there's another thing I thought this might be useful for, which is completely different, and is that I think this could be transformed into a back scratcher, because who doesn't have an itchy back every now and then? I know I often have an itchy back, and the good thing about this is that because it's from the disposable ones, it's not going to be too hard. Let's see how this goes. Now I'm deciding to use only the rubber bands in case I don't like it, but you can do the same thing, the same type of experiment by using tape. It would just be more permanent, especially if you're using tape that is duct tape, not masking tape, then it would be more permanent. But as it seems, I'm still gonna, let's see if this holds. So back scratcher. Oh, well, actually, that's also quite a useful back scratcher. Perhaps, perhaps it would be more useful the other way because the little pieces of the fork are a little bit uncomfortable on the back, but this is not bad. See, I can reach a long way down there. Actually, this is quite useful. I think I'm gonna keep it this way. So what I invite you to do is to come up with your own version with whatever everyday objects you have around your house or around the office, wherever you are. It doesn't have to be a very complicated exercise. It's just an exercise to get your creative juices flowing a little bit. And I would really appreciate it if you showed me either by posting an image or maybe tagging me on an image that you post on social media. And if you enjoy these videos, if you know someone that you think might like them as well, please forward the link to them, and make sure to subscribe so you always find out what's up in the creative arena and in other arenas of life. And give me a thumbs up if you enjoy it. I really appreciate it. See you next week.